and it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. Here we go, let's cut.
Stroud's gonna throw for it. Vacates quickly left side. He's got it near the 8. And this one has no shot. They're on him quick, and that's gonna be a turnover on down. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, DeVito gets it to his fullback. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. 1 quarter away so far. Our score, 6-0. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports.
Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They've got a first to begin the frame. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Okay, ready?
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set, cut.
Pass play coming here. Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Let's
3rd
go.
and 3.
I'll throw it. Buying some time left. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's first and 10 from the 47.
And a first down.
Set, go.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
First and 10.
He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up.
Set, ready. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. No one's around him. He's got space. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Complete to Elijah Arroyo.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More of the NFL on EA Sports coming up. All right, they look set now. Here we go. First and 10.
Set. Hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
From the contest.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there.
10.
So that brings up second down.
Hut. Hut.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, because he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play.
Ready.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Okay, break. Ready. Hut.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally this defense has an answer.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Trying to throw this from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Again, Stroud. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Loss of 8 yards. And it's third down.
He'll work against the blitz. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And somebody finally able to force it. Out there, so even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard pull off the conversion.
Minnesota.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Morton Anderson to
The
kick
Vikings
off.
have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Chooses to bring this one out. And his choice to leave that end zone. Gonna cost him a chunk here. He's out shy of that 25-yard line.
First down and 10.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Set.
They're gonna throw here to begin the drive. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. He's gonna bring this one back. It's a pick six and a Minnesota touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Stroud now bringing his guys up for this two-point attempt.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point
All right, they're going to
conversion.
throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another two more to that lead.
Our home team
So they didn't call on him following the touchdown, but they do call on him here as he sends this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
Ready up.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go. Black. 90 set.
Here's DeVito on first and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down. After the incompletion, second and 10 once again from the 20.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Flushed out of the pocket. Tried to connect, but it lines up incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of the main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A pickup of 17, and that gives him a first down. We've set it downs from the 37.
at the 37.
Empty backfield now, running back motions out left.
Set.
He's going to throw it again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
One's complete over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
On the double.
All plays on the table here for third and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hut, hut.
On third and short, McCaffrey. That's the first and more inside the 45. There he goes on the right side. And that is a touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
Our home team 6.
Wow, still a full quarter left and down only a score, but here comes an onside kick. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And they take the attempted onside kick all the way back. Touchdown. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails.
Our home team
you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line.
All right.
Stroud throwing here on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Stroud. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Rolling out to his left. He's running with it. And Stroud gets him the first with a slide down at the end of it.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, let's go. 18, what's that?
From the gun, Stroud. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. And that's got it left side. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, they need 7. Now a give, it's McCaffrey heading right. Has some room to work, and he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is McCaffrey. He's got a lane up past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Ready?
From the shotgun, here's DeVito. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Vikings will take over with the football just outside the 30. First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go.
A give left side to McCaffrey. And he is caught and sent out well behind that line of scrimmage. Second long coming. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's throwing deep to the left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to the offense, who now has no margin for error. You've got to go score.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Balled in by Arroyo on the right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, DeVito. Caught by his fullback behind the line. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play.
Let's go now. 33. Yellow.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys down by 12. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Ready. Hut.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offense said no more messing around. We're bringing out the big guy, the hammer. And for you physics students out there, that's a great example of Newton's law of motion. The more momentum you build up, the tougher you are to eventually stop.
And he is in. Touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. 2-point attempt forthcoming. DeVito getting the offense set.
Ready.
He'll look to throw it. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Trying to locate it. Oh no, he lost it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Connects on the crosser. Hits some space around midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
You know, this game could be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line, rushing football at its finest.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Off the play fake, it's DeVito. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football with a very short field ahead. Just a little outside the 20. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Going run again with McCaffrey. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Getting out to his left. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
All right.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's gonna be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And that is exactly what they needed. A quick 1st down, and he freezes that clock.
Complete to Elijah Arroyo.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
32.
So it's a win for the Vikings. All right, Brock. 2 words for you as we wrap this one up. Mission accomplished. It's what you set out to do every week. Win the football game. And the guys did just that.
Yeah, and I think it was about confidence today, right? It's one thing to think you can go get the job done. It's another thing to say you're going to get the job done. But when you actually have the experience of